Hi everyone, just had a huge box delivered. Look at the size of this. This is exciting. This is a fridge. I've wanted this fridge for so long. Oh, and I've held off for so long because they're so expensive, but I've managed to save up some money and treated myself. Just open it up, have a look. So testing out this new GoPro I got. It's the Hero 8 Black, and already it's a huge improvement. I got a little display on the front of this one because I only had the silver before, this 7 silver. So now I've got this display on the front of the camera, so I can see how long I've recorded for, what function I'm in, how much space is left on the memory card and battery. Very handy. Okay, so why not? I'm going to try out using my new GoPro with my new delivery that's just arrived, which is this monster box, which is a fridge. Now the box has got some damage on it, only here, but I don't know if there's any more damage anywhere else. Yeah, a little bit on that corner back there, but yeah, I just want to document this just in case it's damaged so I can send it back. Okay, let's go. Box within a box. Okay, so that's alright then. Oh, hang on. I have to admit though, it's really well packaged. This is very difficult in my van. Keeps getting smaller and smaller, this item. Interesting, just making sure that none of this is all bent or anything, but it was very well packaged. Woo! Look! Oh, that's amazing! How do we open the freezer? So there's a little freezer compartment which does come out to allow to have a full-size fridge. Little slidey doodah there. How smart is that? So this is my fridge. It's still got its plasticky cover on the front of it yet, so I'm not going to take that off to the very end. And it's got a catch at the top and the bottom, so when it's sat on something like that, it can, the bottom catch sometimes doesn't release it. Because I'm not an expert and I haven't fitted these things before, I, like most of you, search on YouTube for people installing these. So I did that, and there's not that many. There's probably maybe a handful. Mel did one on Mel's Van World. What's it called? Mel's Van World, I think he's now called. He did one in his previous conversion. There was another couple that I saw, but not too many that go into detail on installing it. So I don't know, but maybe I can try and vlog the whole install, but I need to have a real sort out under my kitchen because there's loads of stuff under there that I don't need anymore, like the old Halford's cool box. I can get rid of that now. So the position that my fridge is going to be is against this wall here, but it's going to be right up the top. So there'll be this kind of space below it for storage. But yeah, the fridge will be much higher, so you don't have to bend down all the way to the bottom of the floor to get things out your fridge. So yeah, I'll put it up there. So I'm going to move this batten, this beam here, right up to the edge of the fridge, and then I've got to make a platform for the fridge to sit on. I'm not sure how to finish the front of this kitchen off yet. Right, fridge. I have just temporarily wired it to the leisure battery just to test that it's working. Just very crudely use the 2 wires that have come off the back of it straight to the. I have a neutral bus bar in there, so the negative goes on that, and the positive goes to a fuse. Fuse box. Anyway, it's just started whirring, which means that this fan here, you won't be able to see it without a light. Where's the light? Fan there, which is now spinning. Now let's open it up, see what's inside. Whoa, we got a blue light. We got lights on. Okay, so what setting is that on? Okay, I'm gonna go for a different setting. Oh no, we'll leave it on that for now. But yeah, you can go through the different settings here. Right. Got 1 beer in there, that's all I got in there. Gonna give that 10-15 minutes or something, just make sure it's working. And then yeah, it'll be good to kind of hardwire in then. Going away this weekend to stay with some friends. Darren, who's going to help me fit the solar panel this weekend. So we're going to test out the fridge this weekend. Just going to sit it in underneath the cupboard. Sorry, just going to sit it in anywhere underneath the kitchen unit right now, just to test it out for the weekend, see if it keeps our beers warm. Although I'm not drinking beer since New Year's Eve. Since New Year's Eve, I've gone on some crazy diet thing. I'm only having 1 meal a day, because I only really have 1 meal a day anyway, which is dinner. No beer, no fizz, and trying to cut out bread as well. And I'm running. Yeah, just trying to lose a bit of weight, but wow. We can test out whether it'll keep our food cold anyway, won't we? But it seems to be working, so I'm happy about that. So this is a compressor fridge. I'm not sure how they work, but you can hear the whirring of it. But I'm guessing it only comes on when the temperature drops in there, so it will get to its set temperature, like the heater, get to its set temperature, and then the thermostat will just, you know, come on and off, just to try and keep it at that temp. So it did just change sound, but it is very quiet right now, and even I could probably sleep with that noise, but you probably can't hear it. But when it's in the cupboard and it's all tucked away, you won't hear it at all. So this heater, yeah, so this fridge, you can hear it coming on and off because it's still trying to get to its whatever temperature you set it at. So it just comes on and off, and hopefully when the temperature gets down to where it's set at, it will hardly come on and off. And I'm hoping once I get my solar panel fitted in a few days, that thing can just stay on 24/7. I probably won't leave it on 24/7, but if I got a panel, because at the moment, up until now, I've only relied on the split charging up the leisure batteries. So when I go to my meets, and if I'm anywhere more than a couple of days, yeah, I need to start the engine up if I'm gonna. Hopefully, the solar panel will now allow me to have the fridge on all the time. Right, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's see if it's got cooler in there. Yes, you can feel on the side here. Oh yes. Alright, so that is switched off. So yeah, that was working very well. So what I'm going to do now is just leave that open for a little while. Just let it all dry out, get back to room temperature, and on to the next job. Right, hello everyone. Going for a little drive to buy some wood. still testing out my new GoPro, so I'm not sure how the audio is yet. I know it's I've noticed it's a lot better than the 7 Silver, but we'll see. So I hope you're okay. Oh, I'm working on so many different videos right now. What this is for my fridge video. So I've got a fridge, you've seen. I'm now just gonna go, I want to try and build a shelf for it to sit on today. So just gonna go to B&Q to buy some of their 34 by 34 strips of wood that I like to use. Yeah, probably a sheet of ply, like 9mm, might be strong enough, maybe. Yeah, let's just go B&Q and have a look. Oh, there are some idiotic drivers about. Come on, people. I think we should have to do driving tests every sort of 10 years. Just a refresher course. I reckon it might solve a bit of the road rage and collisions that happen. So during the winter time, sort of from November to January, February, my work gets very quiet. It's quite seasonal what I do. Pressure washing, you know, patios and driveways. It's quite seasonal, so throughout the winter I survive doing like gutter repairs, gutter emptying and gutter repairs, which I really enjoy actually. Mucky work, but it's quite rewarding. And it can be quite well paid, but like I say, during the winter I have quite a fair bit of time off, so having a bit of money coming in from YouTube, every time you guys watch an advert or buy a product that's in my video descriptions off of that link, you're actually helping towards me creating more content. It goes towards supplies, wood, screws. It goes towards camera equipment, better audio, better microphones. So yeah, it really helps me out, guys. Hey, okay, so I got back from B&Q. And yeah, I didn't notice that at the front, I bought a couple of lengths of this stuff, which is what I like to use for all my units. I like to use this stuff. It just works well with the screws I have and the pocket hole jig. It works quite well with those. So anyway, and I bought a sheet of ply as well. Actually, it was a bit of MDF. But I mean, B&Q prices, it's like 15 quid for a sheet that size there. But I paid for it, and then as I was walking out, I noticed that they have a box of wood, a box of stuff that if you give a donation to charity, it's just a free bunch of stuff. So I got this sheet here of MDF for free, but I put a couple of quid into the charity box. So yeah, I mean, what a good idea is that? But ply would have been stronger for my fridge shelf, but I mean, that's 9mm, that's going to be fine. But yeah, 15 quid or 2 quid. Yeah. So yeah, here's my fridge. So it needs to sit on a shelf. I'm going to move this beam here to there, and then have a couple of runners that way, and then a sheet of ply on top of that, and then my fridge can sit on a shelf. Okay guys, you've got to excuse the mess of this van. I've got everything just like, you know what it's like when you're working on a van. Anyway, the fridge is in position. I've managed to use, rather than, because you can pull out the tabs inside the fridge and screw through the middle of the fridge, but I managed to find some brackets that I could just fit onto here and just sort of fix them into this. So I mean, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Right now I'm just putting some wires to it. Now the wires that come with it, this comes on the back of it, and everyone says that these wires are too thin, and especially if you've got distance to travel, your fridge can pulse and not work properly. So everybody suggests using the thicker gauge wire. So I'm using 4mm cable. It's actually left over from the solar panel install, so I'm using that. So it's a lot thicker, so hopefully it'll be much better. So yeah, I'm just wiring it onto the back of this electrics right now. Get in there. This is what my van looks like when I'm working on it. Stuff on the bed. A whole bunch of tools and mess. Hardly Instagram worthy, is it? Anyway, fridge is on. Fridge is working. Check this out. Where's the button? Yeah, hold it down. Woohoo! There you go. Alright, I'm going to turn it off for now though. So I've rested my hob. I mean, I know I need a new worktop to go the full length of this. I've rested it where it sits. Now, I was hoping for the sink, because the sink is obviously lower than this. I was hoping for the sink to be right next to the fridge, so this could all come over a bit more. I was hoping the cooker would be, the sink would be here, and the cooker would be directly above the fridge. But I've just noticed that under here you've got this thing on the hob, which is the spark, the igniter, which now doesn't go past that way, past the fridge, which is very annoying. I don't know if that's probably going to bother me. I wanted to have probably an even amount of workspace either side of the cooker, so have that central. Now I could get rid of that sparker if I wanted to, and pull that thing out and slide it where I want to. It just means I have to light the hobs with a match. Again, excuse the mess of this, you know what it's like. Okay, so I removed this thing, which is the sparker. The sparker sat here in that hole there. But because the fridge is there now, that doesn't sit flat. So, I can either just get one of them refillable matches, refillable lighters, you know, just gas click like a lot of people do. Or I can move this to another position. I might be able to put it a bit too close to the sink, but I might be able to put the sparker there. I might have enough clearance for it to drop down next to the fridge. But I prefer that. That's more central. I'm going to have the same amount of workspace from this cooker to the edge. Let me get rid of this so it's not confusing. I might have the same amount of workspace now from the cooker here to the end here as I will from the cooker here to the end here. So it's like a 6 foot long kitchen. And I kind of like the whole cooking while being able to look out the door at the view. So I didn't want this too far over here, because then you're just looking at wall. So yeah, if you're more over this way, because this was always up to here, and I could wash up and cook looking out the views wherever you parked up. So yeah, I think it makes sense to have this in the middle, similar sort of size work surface either side. But I'll before I cut into my new worktop that I'll buy, I'll ask the wife, see what she thinks, whether an offset kitchen unit would look strange in here or have it central. But I think that's going to be quite a nice look. The hob right above the fridge, the sink there, so I can have my drainage tanks under there for the sink. I don't know what to do with the rest of this unit yet. So much rubbish in here. So this is like a gas locker. It's going to be a gas locker. It's got my diesel in there for the heater as well, and a bin, so there'll be a door on there. There's a little shelf here, which might be a drawer that has all my cutlery and utensils in. And I've got a large area here, which can be either 1 or 2 big cupboards. Maybe just a bit of curtain across there, storage and water containers and such. So I just chucked a couple of screws from the front underside into the worktop just to hold it there in place. I'm not going to be getting a new worktop until March. Today is January the 18th, around then. I'm not sure. Does it say? Don't know what the date is. around January the 18th, anyway, March, I'm going to the self-build meet and I'm hoping to fit, to buy and fit a worktop. So it's got to stay there for a couple of months, and just so I can use it, I might just fill in the holes either side with a bit of ply for now, just so I've got stuff, you know, somewhere to keep stuff. My fridge is in. I need to tidy up all the cables. All the cables are coming from my power system underneath there. I need to tie them all up, make them look all nice and neat. Anyway, the fridge is in. Let me tidy up this. Let me tidy up the van, and then I'll do an outro for this video. So I'm gonna tidy up this van in 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Put all the rubbish away. Kind of. But yeah, here's what we're up to. I've just used a couple of offcuts of MDF just for either side, just for now until I've got a new worktop. So there's my fridge. Installed, working. I've tested it out, it works. I've used a thicker gauge 4mm power and earth cable run directly to the back of the fridge. Yeah, everyone recommends using a thicker gauge wire for that fridge, especially if you've got a lot of travel between the battery and your fridge. So hopefully that'll work great for me. I've got it switched off right now, so the light's not on inside there. They're quite good. They open up right the way around. Well, this one, it does, but my ladder's there. So yeah, I rehung this on the other hinge, because it did open from this side. But you can change which side you open it from, and I think it's going to be better, that side. Cooking there, I imagine you'll be prepping food here next to the hob, and you want to grab food and stuff. Yeah, I think that's the best place for it. Oh yeah, that shuts nicely. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do in there yet. Whether I have just a curtain across there, I'll probably have a shelf in the middle. Load of storage in there. Just put a door on here. A drawer there. A little cupboard underneath the fridge. So I've got all my doors to do. I've got doors. I haven't finished this door up here. Doors. What sort of doors of this. That's my fridge install. I don't even know what I filmed for that. I'll get inside and check it all on the computer and see if I can make a video out of it. Didn't film much of it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please do hit subscribe. I noticed that most people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So yeah, please subscribe, hit that button down below, and hit the little bell notification icon as well so you don't miss any of my videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.